Start recording, which is awesome. Hi, everybody. Thank you for joining us on today's call. So I wanted to chat to you guys today about changing people's lives and building your financial pipeline. So when I was typing up the subject of this earlier today,
hold on.
I thought it was really it was funny because a lot of the time people think that you can't do something really positive and something that you're passionate about, like changing people's lives, and create a financial, pipeline at the same time. You're right. Don't worry about unmuting yourself, Mel.
All right, I've got to disappear for 1 second.
Yeah, that's fine. That's
back.
Fine. So when we're talking about changing people's lives, let's get down to the crux of this, because I think this is first to clarify and to work out what it is that's really changing people's lives, because we know that oils change people's lives, yes. And we know that they can have this amazing experience with an oil, and it can be amazing for helping their kids get to sleep, or it can be amazing for supporting them through anxious feelings, and just, the list is endless. We all know this. And when you put a drop of oil into someone's hand and they say, yes, hit me up, give me the pack, give me the home essentials kit or whatever, that's awesome. That's really, really exciting. But at that point, what we're doing is actually getting oils into their homes. We're not actually changing their life at that point, because what they've done is they've trusted you enough and believed in what you've shared with them enough to give it a try and give the oils a go and see what happens. Now, the way that we can sort of measure if we're changing people's life is if they're going and doing lots of things, not just getting their home essentials kit, but if they're wanting to use low tox living products, if they're wanting to use other products that doTERRA have, like the Lifelong Vitality pack, or perhaps it's Clary Calm, or it might be something like Vetiver or Roman Chamomile. There might be other oils that can be really specific to their needs that they might need to support them. Okay, so changing their life is actually, when you've changed someone's life with the oils, when they're actually living that oily lifestyle. It's become part of their daily routine. They wake up, they put some oils on, they put their diffuser on, they're rolling oils on their kids before school, they've got oils in the car, they've got oils in their handbag, they're putting oils on, just throughout the day. Do you know? I know you guys know this, because I know you guys do this, don't you? Yes, that's good. I'm good. I'm glad I'm seeing nods here. I'd be concerned at this point if I was getting blank looks. So you guys know this because you have, lent in to that education that's on offer. You've perhaps had someone hold your hand for a little bit to help share with you what oils to reach for specific things that are going on for you guys. And now your confidence is growing and you use the oils every single day. You've got your diffuser on. And if I just suddenly said to you, I'm really sorry, this call is actually to announce to you guys that doTERRA is closing down and doTERRA oils will no longer be available. Stella looks like she's about to, yep. Do you know what I mean? That's how you can tell if the oils have changed your life. So what we want to do is to help other people experience the same thing. We want to help other people learn how to use their oils and feel just as good as we do, feel just as empowered in our health as we do. And that's a pretty beautiful privilege that we have to give someone and to be a part of with somebody. Would you say yes? Would you agree? Yeah, awesome. So this is where the lifestyle overview or the wellness consult comes in. And when I'm talking about that, that's your consult that you do, you know, that those about 7 days after, 7 to 10 days after they've enrolled, not 7 days after they've got their oils, 7 days after they've enrolled. Now, I just got a message literally like 90 minutes ago from someone who enrolled on, and was it Wednesday night, and she sent me a message yesterday. I love this. She sent me a message with a screenshot of her text that said that her order was coming tomorrow. And she's like, oh, I'm so excited. I'm like, I'm so excited for you. It's so exciting. And I just wanted to share, I'm sure she won't mind me sharing this with you. Just how the messages have gone. So she said, I'm so excited. I said, I understand your excitement. I still feel like that every month I order, which I do. Just, do you guys feel like that as well? So exciting. She said, thank you. And then she also said, thank you for being so patient and helpful with me while I was trying to work out what to do. Now, it's been a bit of a journey for her to get to this point of enrolling. So just to share her background, just so for those of you who are enrolling people out there or having conversations with people and you're just like, why don't they see what I see? Why don't they see how amazing the oils will be? This was somebody that I knew her face, but I didn't know her name. She was a mum in the school community, and we were briefly at the primary school together at the same time before her kids went to high school. And I reconnected with her at a market in November last year. And at that market, she wanted to buy past tense retail. That's it. I couldn't convince her of getting a wholesale account. It just wasn't gelling. And for whatever reason, she didn't end up getting the retail past tense. And then, you know, stayed in contact, but she actually reached out to me and said, I think I'm looking at the Home Essentials kit. And I'm like, wow, such a jump from someone who wanted retail, just one blend retail 6 months ago. And she ended up getting the Nature's Solution kit. So I just wanted to share that with you. That's been a 6-month journey for her to get that to that point, and not from, I think I might get the Home Essentials kit, but for someone who's just like, no, I don't want a kit. I don't need all the oils. I don't want a wholesale account because I just want one oil. Now she's got the Nature's Solution kit. So she said, thanks for being so patient and helpful with me while I was trying to work out what to do. I said, I'm always happy to help. And then she sent me this today. I got my delivery. Thank you so much. I'm so excited, but I'm a little overwhelmed too. There's so much stuff and I'm not sure where to start. Is that normal to feel overwhelmed with it all? Some of the products I feel I need more info on than what is given. Is there somewhere else I can find more information? You know, and that's rare to get a text from somebody like that, but I can tell you that I would say 80 to 90% of the people that enroll feel exactly what she's expressed, but they just haven't texted that to you. Would you agree with that? Perhaps if you just reflect back on your initial journey when you got started, did you feel overwhelmed when you first got your products? Yeah, a little bit like, what do I reach for? I don't know. Can I put this in the diffuser? I don't know. How many drops do I put when I blend it? Can I use this one without carrier oil, or do I need the fractionated coconut oil? You know. So if we didn't do a wellness consult, these beautiful people have left. They're so pumped. You know, that was her sending me these messages. Oh my God, my order's arriving tomorrow. I'm so excited. And then the realization of what the hell do I do with all of this now? So it's great that perhaps the last place that you've visually seen them has been a place from excitement. But when that box arrives, sometimes it can be excitement, but also a whole heap of overwhelm in there. And if that's my customer, that is not where I want them sitting for a very long time, if at all. So that's why I always schedule their wellness consult in for 7 days after. So they've only had their oils for a couple of days. And I always say, but please reach out if you've got questions before then. So the point of the wellness consult then is to actually go through the oils that they've got. So you are starting to help them understand how they incorporate these oils into their life every single day. So what oils are you going to put on in the mornings? Do you feel really stressed out trying to get the kids ready? Do you feel really tired because the kids don't sleep and you're exhausted? Do you need something to sort of wake everybody up in the morning? How do you want to feel in the morning? All right, I want you to grab lemon and peppermint out and put that on when you first get up. That's going to really help wake everybody up in the house, make you feel really bright and happy. So you're giving them suggestions on how to use it. And you go through their day, you know, what oils they can reach for when. So I guess the number one thing is we want them using the oils that they've got every single day, because we know they work awesome. We know they're life-changing, but they're not life-changing sitting dusty on a shelf. They actually have to be inhaled. They have to be applied, you know, for them to get the effects and to be raving fans. Once they're using their products, of course, they're going to run out of their products and they will naturally need to reorder. But the thing is, when you're doing your wellness consult, it's not just about helping them see how they can use their current products. It's about helping them to learn about some other products that are in the range that could be really useful for their specific needs. It's also about helping them and showing them how to log into their account, how to set up their LRP, how to edit their LRP. All of those things that can be overwhelming, confusing, and for many, too hard basket. I'm not going to do LRP. I don't understand it, so I'm not going to go on it. I was one of those people. No one walked me through it, and I should preface this by saying that I actually got introduced to the oils not from Kim, so I don't want her to have a bad name when I tell this story, because this is not Kim, this is somebody else. But I ordered and then I didn't really hear from her again. And I didn't know what LRP was. And so I would check out the specials every single month because I knew that they had a monthly special. I didn't really understand it. And if it was a free oil, like something that I had my eye on that I would like, I don't know, I think one of the first ones I got was like Balance or Cedarwood or something like that. And if it was one that I'd like, then I thought, okay, it's worth me doing an LRP order this month just so I could get that free oil. And then I would cancel my LRP. And so I would lose all my points that I'd earned. I already had probably 17 to 18 points in that order, which is already enough for at least one oil. And I cancelled it because I didn't know. And then I'd probably wait a few more months and something else would come up again and I'd need a couple of things, so I'd do the same thing again and cancel it. Now, I'm not overly smart, but I'm not dumb either. So I do like to think of myself as like the standard. I don't think I'd be alone in people doing that or just placing standard orders and not even, like I saw one, there's somebody in my tree not enrolled by me who placed last month a 159 point order before the 15th of the month last month. Standard order, no LRP, so missed out on her free product and points. These people are there in your trees, they're in my tree. And the reason they're doing this is because they haven't been educated. They don't understand the value of living the oily lifestyle. They don't understand the value of the generosity and amazingness that is the loyalty rewards program. So it's our job to really empower people with the knowledge of how it works. Give them the secret tips on how to get the most out of their account. Get excited about it, because they'll feel that excitement when you chat to them about it. So LRP is first and foremost, it's the way that you measure if you're changing someone's life, because that's the point that you've changed their life. They really believe 100% in the products, rightly so, and they're really doing things to really support their health and well-being. LRP is also your financial pipeline. You don't actually have to physically put that order through. You don't have to meet up with that person. All you need to do is to continue to support them, be there for them, but really important in that first 7 days to walk them through and set up their LRP straight away. Because then that means if you're going for rank, let's just say you got to elite, okay? That's a nice rank that's what a lot of people aim for, their first major rank. When you get to elite, that's 3,000 in volume. Now, some people, it takes 6 months to hit elite. Some people do it in like 10 days. Doesn't really matter. But when you're bringing people in and that volume's coming in, you might enroll like 5 people 1 month, and that's the month that your team hits that volume, that 3,000, and you go elite that month for the very first time. And you might be thinking, ripper, that's awesome. And then the next month you go back to 0. The first of the month you go back to 0. Now, if those people aren't on LRP, you're going to have to go find new people, and more new people and more new people. And if you've got more people, I showed a video at Empowered Success Training for those who were there. Did anyone see the video that I did for that? Tara posted it in Team Bliss, with the little boy who's picking up the balls and trying to put them in the container, and then he puts one in the container, and then there's another on the floor that he bends down to pick up, but as he bends down, the one in the container falls out, and he picks the other one up, puts it back in, and he keeps repeating this process. None of the balls are sticking in this container. That is what it's like when no one goes on LRP. You're constantly just churning and burning and nothing's holding. So LRP is crucial. If you're wanting residual income, that's where it's at. Enrolling people is awesome, but LRP is so important for that financial freedom for you guys. So I hope that gives you a bit of a nutshell, in a nutshell, what LRP is, how important it is for a business sense, but also what it means as a customer, the importance of that wellness consult, and the importance of that support beyond the enrollment. So I know that doing that wellness consult can take time and practice before you find your feet with it, before it feels like it flows, before you feel confident in explaining the benefits of LRP, before it doesn't feel so clunky. So I'm actually going to open it up to you guys now who are on the call. And if anyone's listening to this replay, feel free, when I post this in the group, you can pop in the comments what your I guess feelings are towards doing a wellness consult, or how to talk to someone about LRP. But I'm going to unmute you guys, and I'd love, just one by one, if you feel, I'll ask for volunteers. How do you guys feel about wellness consults and what's coming up for you. I'm here to support you right now. So if there's something that you'd like some tips on, hit me with it. Put up your hand and I'll come to you first. Melissa, go for it, lovely.
So I've only recently, and it didn't really take much convincing, to start joining the business, not just a customer, but now, sharing how much we love it.
Yeah.
And a few of my friends, due to me talking about it all the time, want some more information. So I sent them into Carmen's welcome video so they can get some details. But I'm a little nervous where to kind of go from that. Like, they are my friends and family, and I'm more comfortable with them, but yet there's still part of me that's kind of like, so, okay, you want more information. Where do I go from that?
Are these people that are enrolled already or not yet?
Not yet.
Not yet.
So these are people that wanted information,
Yep.
and then they want, more information about the oils, and then kind of go from there. So,
yep.
Sorry, I've got my kid in the background screaming at me.
What you when you reach out to somebody, and especially if you've got someone, I'm just going to mute you just for a tick, but when you've got someone who's really wants more information, they're really, really keen, you can either, like Stella said, give them samples is a really good way for them to try something. So you might just say, what are your top 3 health challenges, or what's going on for you, and I'll give you a little sample of it to try. So you can get like little I don't know if you've seen these, Melissa, they're little 5/8 drams, and they're really good to give samples to people. So you could just put, like, I normally do only like 10 drops because you don't need very much. And I just give them a couple of little bottles like this, or I make them up a little roller, like just a tiny little bit. Remember, it's a sample. It's not like here's 3 months worth of oils for you to play with. And then just say, have a try. And normally in about 24 to 48 hours, I follow up with them. And I let them know that, hey, what's tonight? Monday. Here, Stella, have this. I want you to take this, try it with your daughter's sleep stuff. And how about I give you a call Wednesday morning and just see how you've gone over the next couple of nights. Does that sound okay? So that they know that you're following up with them on a certain time, and that because if you don't say to them, look, I'm calling on Wednesday morning, you could call Wednesday morning and they'd be just like, oh, I forgot to use them the other night, and then blah, 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 and I haven't used them yet, But if you say, I'm calling Wednesday morning to see how they're going, they will make sure that they use them because they know that you'll be asking them how it all went. So samples are really good for that. And then, just following up with them. So who else has got some questions here? Laura said it feels hello. Laura says it feels clunky.
I'm super clunky. Can you hear
me? What? How many have you done?
So I did 2 of my girls the other day. And that was okay because most of my people are close friends, family, and that kind of thing, which is fine. But for the ones who I enrolled in April, most of them got, or a large majority of them got, the Home Essentials kit. And I know for me, it took me a while to, actually get through my oils and be ready to get more. Mm-hmm. And I feel like by now they hopefully will be ready for another order. And a couple of them have expressed that they are ready to do another order. But would you agree that like there is a bit of time like between the first enrolment and then getting the first LRP. Like what would your...
I'm so glad you brought this up, because what you're experiencing now is exactly how I felt when I first started. So you probably have heard me talk about stories, the stories in our head that we tell ourselves about certain situations. And for me, my story, the story in my head was that people have just bought like $300 worth of oils. They probably don't want to buy anything just yet.
Yeah,
like,
and like I feel bad. Like this is so weird because I feel bad in like, yeah, in trying to get them to go on to LRP, but at the same time I know that it's how amazing it is, but I don't know why I feel that way. I feel like I'm like being pushy, but I know I shouldn't feel like that. Does that make sense at all?
It makes sense because I've thought that, but in a rational sense, it doesn't make sense.
I'm a very irrational person.
So am I. I totally get it. It's such a common thing. Monica says she feels exactly the same thing. It's where we start with it all. I think everyone goes through these feelings at the beginning. Stella says we have to get out of our own way. It's so true. So I think what helps me in those moments is to remind myself, actually, I would be pushy and mean and asking too much of them, or, you know, if I was actually reaching into their wallet and just say, actually, now I need you to give me this money because you're going to get this, that's pushy. That's gross, you know. But if you were to say, hey, let's just go through some stuff. So love just that I've got the joys of a really messy desk is that everything is here somewhere, and I just so happen to have a live guide with me. So this is awesome. So this is what I take through somebody who just gets started. So if you go through, where is it? Hold on 2 seconds. Why can't I find it? I don't know where it is. Maybe I've got an old one. I thought there was... Oh, anyway, there's like a health pyramid. Hold on. Must have... Yes, I knew it was in here. So this here, this section here. So I just say to them, you know, in out of these areas, so there's eat right, exercise, rest and relaxation, reduce toxic load, self-care, and proactive medical care. Rate each of those categories out of 10. 10 being just like, nail it. And then 1 being just like, I am failing dismally at this. And then get them to self-identify which maybe 2 or 3 areas that they'd really like to focus on first. So the beauty of this is if you're not very confident, or you don't feel like you've got very much product knowledge. So someone says to you, oh, Laura, I want to work on my self-care. You know, if you don't have a lot of confidence in your product knowledge, you might just go, I don't know what to say to them about that. Well, I don't know what oils to say. But with this, purple. So we go to the purple page, and you'll see it says it on the top here, what we're up to. And you go to the purple page that says self-care. And then it'll come up with some suggestions of oils. So you give them a copy of this and you go through it with them. Say, okay, so self-care, let's have a look at this, and this. And then, yeah, you just walk them through that. So they're actually saying to you, Laura, I really want to focus on my self-care. What are some other oils? And you can say, look, lavender is going to be great. Frankincense is going to be great. I love balance. You know, for me, that's my daily go-to. It might be something that would really help you as well. Melissa's just asked, how do we get copies of the Live Guide? This is in your back office. You can, they come in packs of 10. They're quite cheap. I think, I don't know how much they'd be, $1 or $2 each maybe.
Because they do come in the enrolment packet too, don't they?
They do, but I really recommend giving them to people at the enrolment, because that's when their excitement is really, really high. As you saw with the lady that was sending me all the text messages, she's going to go home and study this, and she'll already make up her wish list. Yeah. Because she's so excited about it, and she'll be flicking through, and I've done wellness consult with people, and people have asked me really random. When I first started using this guide and giving it out, people were saying to me, so what is, I don't know, just random oils that they've got in here that I wouldn't have expected them to sort of pull out. So tell me about zendocrine and cilantro. And I'm like, cilantro, really? Okay, let's talk about cilantro. But it's coming from their desires on their health focuses as well. Yeah. So I guess to bring it back, Laura, to what you were saying is feeling like you're asking them to spend more money when they've already just spent some money. Yeah, and feeling a bit pushy in doing that. The other part of it is and this was the game changer for me, was when I really started focusing on the low tox living products, the low tox home care products, because these people are already buying these products, whether it's full of bleach and chemicals from the supermarkets, or even clean green ones that perhaps aren't as clean and green as they think, from the supermarket or the health food shop or whatever. So everybody I know that I've ever met has a toilet. Everybody that I've ever met, whether they like it or not, at some point does some kind of cleaning, washes their hair, washes their hand, brushes their teeth. So when I started, because at the start I was like you, I'm just like, oh, what other oils? They've just got 10 oils. Do they need more just yet? But when I started talking about the low tox products, that's when it suddenly, people were actually in the wellness consult just going, oh, that makes so much sense. Of course I'd do the loyalty rewards program. Duh. You know, like it was a no-brainer for them once I explained that it's not about buying more, it's just replacing what you already buy with doTERRA's low tox range that's going to be better for you anyway. And while you do that, you earn credit points, and you can use those credit points to get free oils. How awesome is that? So it took me, in all honesty, probably 6 months of enrolling people, and I was enrolling quite a lot of people, to feel confident and less awkward and clunky when I was doing my wellness consult. So I guess, give yourself, just be kind to yourself, you know, give yourself time and patience to learn the ropes and to tweak things along the way, and just practice it. Yeah, practice it with each person. You really can't, like, everyone is going to help you feel a little bit better about it.
Thank you.
That's okay. And the other thing that I find too is that when someone enrolls, at that point of enrollment, if you set up the wellness consult there and then, as in, okay, now I'm going to put your order through tonight, which is really exciting when I get home. Part of our protocol, once you've got your oils, is to touch base and make sure they've arrived safely, and go through how to get the most out of your membership and the oils that you've got. So let's book that in. And I've never had somebody say, don't call me. Everyone always books in. Sometimes life happens and people don't make it to the call and they reschedule, and sometimes it never gets rescheduled again. That's normal too. But I think 95% of the people that get on the call to do the wellness consult end up placing a 100-point order the following month.
Yeah.
So try not to think too far ahead. Just try and book that call in at that point of enrollment, and if you can get them on that call there and then, the rest will flow. Yeah.
Awesome.
No worries. Does anyone else have any questions that you want to hack out? I know we've gone a little over. Yeah, Stella, just you nailed it, Stella. Stella just said you need to have the intention and come from a place of serving and supporting them. That's whenever I feel anything like I feel pushy, I just remind myself, actually, what's my intention here? Why am I reaching out to this person to host a class? Why am I reaching out to this person to share the oils with them? Why am I connecting with this person that's just enrolled? And if you can remind yourself that actually it's to be of service to them and it's all about them, then I think that just those sort of awkward, weird feelings kind of become really in the background. Yeah. Louise just says, how does the conversation even begin? Because when people know they have to spend $100 per month, they pull back. So I never say that they have to spend $100 per month. So I always talk to people about, it's about understanding their oils that they've got. It's about helping them to show them how to log into their account when and if they want to order in future. So they don't feel like they have to order. And also I go through just some different benefits of using your membership. In the wellness consult, I've actually done a video, and I do it a lot differently now because the video that we did was before the Live Guide existed. But I have done a video with Heather when she first got her oils of me doing a wellness consult with her. And some of those questions she asked were exactly questions that you would ask, because that wasn't staged at all. They were just genuine questions as a customer and someone who just enrolled. So you can look that up in our group. That's, if you go into the search thing, you can have a little look for that. But I do it a little bit differently from then to what I do now, but it'll give you a bit of a rough idea of how I actually set somebody up with a dummy template, and just say, how about we just set one up as an example to play with, so I can actually show you how to add the items in, how to take items out, how to edit your date and all of that. Really hard for me to explain if I don't have that in front of you. Is that okay? And everyone says, yeah, sure. And then once we've gone through it, they're just like, yeah, I'm keeping all that stuff in there. Thanks. Save changes. Yeah. All right. Any other questions? One more, Melissa. Go for it.
Sorry for cutting out before. My kids were going
okay.
crazy. So I recently started working at a pharmacy, and I have a lot of people come in. So I'm not yet at the stage enrolling. I'm kind of just sharing at the moment, but wanting to enroll desperately. But I have a lot of people come in, I've noticed, and they're like, oh, if we got this for migraines, and it kind of just comes out word vomit. I'm like, so I'm a doTERRA wellness advocate, but then I, share, because I get migraines a lot, and I kind of share those experiences, and then I, go on to say, well, I can clean with them and this and that. And I've only today actually started getting people's phone number, which I don't know if that's allowed at work, but that doesn't matter. But I kind of don't know then where to go from there. So it kind of just comes out. I don't know if you explained that in the other video when I asked the question, because my phone just died and cut off. But I'm not sure where to go from, like, hi, I know something that, you know, you're going to love.
Yeah.
To
So Stella said it before, she's just written it again. She says offer a sample. So workplaces are, some workplaces are really like, you are there for work. Do not be talking about anything else. So you will know your work best and how to navigate that situation. If they're okay with you just having a little side comment here or there, I would personally be saying, oh, I used to suffer with migraines as well. I actually use an oil now that's been really helpful for me, and I'd be happy to give you a sample if you're interested, and you can give it a try for yourself. Grab a number and name, and just say, look, I probably shouldn't be chatting about it here while I'm at work, but I'll give you a call after my shift and I can organise to send you, to give you a sample.
Okay.
So it's like a really nothing conversation, as in like it goes for all of 30 seconds.
Okay. All right. Because I was like, kind of like, so I've got their phone number. Now where do I go from that? But I kind of just.
Now, that's a really good point. So some people are just like, oh, I feel awkward about calling them.
Yeah.
Dude, they've given you your phone number. You actually make it awkward if you don't call them.
Yeah. Okay.
Like, that's weird. Just saying.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
That's okay.
Right,
so
cool.
You can actually track this. They call it your retention rate. doTERRA have the highest retention rate in a network marketing company, which is absolutely amazing. It's really unheard of. 65%. That means that your customers in your tree have ordered at least once, any kind of order, at least once in a 6-month period. Now, the company average for doTERRA is 65%, which is awesome. So you can actually check this in in genealogy, in summary genealogy in your back office. And you can look at how many people you've got in your tree, how many active members there are, which is how many people that have ordered in the last 6 months. And it'll spit out. If it's less than 65%, it just means that you've got some work to do in supporting your people that you've enrolled and helping your people to see the value of the loyalty rewards program, helping them to be excited about it. And I think too, as new business builders and sharers, the best thing that we can do, because often we come in and we're so excited about the oils. So that's what we want to spit out to people. Oils, oils, oils. This is a new oil that I've tried. How amazing is it? But one of the greatest things that we can do is actually, for our own benefit, is start using the low tox living products and start having those experiences and those stories that you can share, so that when someone says to you, hey, Melissa, the shampoo, what's that like? You can actually go, oh my God, it's amazing. My hair has never been so incredible. So you've got your stories, because your story is what they're really looking for. We could talk about this so much more, but I'm really aware of the time and I don't want to go over time, which I already have. So if you'd like to continue this conversation, I'm going to actually save this video and then put it in our team group. And I'd love for you guys to, if you've got other questions or what you found valuable for this, pop them in the comments underneath that video and check back in and see how you're going. Let me know over the next week or so, if you're doing Wellness Consult, how it's feeling. And if it's feeling a bit clunky, call your upline. Your silver and above leader will be able to help you tweak some words so it feels a little bit better. Sound good? Awesome. Thanks so much for joining us, guys. So lovely to see your beautiful faces. And I'll see you all next week for the Freedom Tribe call. See you guys.